Welcome back. It is Girl, I Got You, and I am Toya. For those of you who are just joining Girl, I Got You for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me today. So, we have been talking about this journey of healing. We've been talking about the roadblocks. We've been talking about, listen, it is not a destination. It truly is a journey that we are on. Last time we talked about the roadblock of closure, right? Wanting these explanations, wanting these answers. And do we really need it? Right? Do we really need it at least to just start the journey, to begin to move forward? And so you guys might want to go check that episode out because I really truly let you guys know all the things and how I felt about it. So today we're going to be talking about who are we becoming on the journey. And listen, this is something for you guys to get excited about, right? Because remember, I said healing journey, sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's not pretty, but there are so many amazing moments on this journey that you can experience, that you can have. Just because you're hurt does not mean that there is not a brighter day, does not mean there are not some beautiful things that you still can experience while you're healing on this journey. So, getting excited about who you're becoming, man, listen, in this journey, God is shaping you. He is using what you have gone through because He says that He'll work all things for our good and He uses it for His glory. So there is purpose in it. He's shaping your character, He's developing things in you. And there are things, trust me, that are going to come out that you didn't even realize were there. Because there's going to be a level of patience you're going to have. There's a level of endurance you're going to have. And all these things, again, God will use to shape you, to develop your character. I always like to say it's not even necessarily who you're becoming, but truly who you've always been. So you're becoming who you've always been because God already knew who you were and who you were going to be before the foundations of the world began. But as we know, life gets to life, and life can sometimes dictate and can change you. And when we're healing, we can allow the pain sometimes, right? The pain and the hurt can begin to shape us and turn us into somebody that we are not. Okay. And listen, that right there, that is another roadblock. Life can sometimes be a roadblock and it'll change you into somebody that you don't even recognize when we don't handle the pain properly, when we don't make the choices, the healthy choices on this healing journey. So for me, I remember a time where I was like, I can actually start to discover things about myself that I had no idea that I liked, things that I didn't really like. Like I'll say this: when I was married, my husband was not a fan of stripes. Like when I wore striped t-shirts, and striped tops, not really a fan of stripes. And as a wife, you want to be mindful of what your husband likes, what he thinks looks good on you. But I mean, we ain't together no more, so I'm wearing all the stripes. Buying all the stripes. I like stripes. I'm wearing my stripes. Okay. So just something like that, right? I'm wearing the stripes. He liked me natural. And not that I don't like my natural look. He liked me natural. So no weaves, no braids. And now we out here, we flipping them. Okay. We got them and we flipping them. Why? Because it's what I liked. And now I'm free, right? There's a level of freedom and liberation in this thing when you begin to discover yourself, right? And so I want to encourage you. Listen, I want to encourage you. Sit down, get a piece of paper, a notepad or something, and begin to take inventory. Take inventory of what you like. When we go into the grocery store, in the bread aisle or in, cheese or in the cereal aisle, there's so many different boxes of cereal, right? Or there's so many different types of bread. And sometimes we've been so used to making sure we know what everybody else likes, what everybody else in the house wants. I need to make sure I get this and I need to make sure I get that, that we get to a place and it's like, I don't even know what I like. I don't even know what excites me anymore. I don't even know what colors, or I don't even know, do I really like this kind of music? Or do I really, like whatever it is? So this is a great opportunity for you to take time, take inventory, and to begin to write down, like, I don't like this. I do like this. I'm interested in this. right? Because now we can try new things. You can try a new hobby, something that interests you. Take the risk, be bold. I want to encourage you, be bold and go out, try something new that you never thought that you would try. I know I wanted to take a road trip. I took a road trip by myself and I was nervous. I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm taking this trip by myself, nobody else. It's just me. One of the best things that I ever did for myself. You are on this journey and it is you and it is God, right? And He can order your steps, He can direct you, He begins to put desires in your heart. So, this is a new space for you to open up, right? And discover who you are. So, as we move about and we're discovering who we are, it is all about purpose. God has placed a purpose on the inside of us. And how many of us have heard, there's pain in your purpose, your pain will birth purpose? And I absolutely find that to be true because we've got to go through some things, right? It's going to cost us some things. We've got to go through some things to begin to learn who we are. Like, God, like, I'm going through this because it's not always about us. It's about someone else. It is about someone who's going to be going through the exact same thing, feeling some of the exact same feelings. And so as we go through it, a part of our purpose is going to be to help others. A part of our purpose is going to be there to lend a helping hand, to speak life into another woman or another guy that has gone through this, to let them know, listen, you're going to make it. You can get through this. So, on this journey that we're on of healing, remember, it's about who you're becoming. So, like I said before, don't rush to get to this destination. Don't rush to get to this finish line that you have. Take the time to allow God to develop this character in you, allow God to write this new story, allow God to show you who you are, who He has called you to be. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. I can't wait to see who you guys are becoming when you are on this journey because I'm telling you, hey, it does get better. Thank you for tuning in and joining me because, as always, girl, I got you, and I'm going to see you next time.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to be inspired, informed, and empowered. We are B3 Media TV.